IVM.
Hello one, hello all. Welcome to the Diary of the Traveling Professor. And I'm Siddharth Deshmukh, your friendly neighborhood traveling professor. What do I have in store for you today? Well, today's podcast entry or diary entry or whatever you want to call it is about family business. The moment I mentioned that name, family business, it's actually a movie title. It is about a family of thieves and it's a very interesting movie, but that is not what I'm going to talk about right now. Family business is very interesting because there has always been a divide. People who I went to college with, I went to a commerce college after doing something in science till the 12th standard. And what I realized was that half of the janta over there was trying to figure out how to get into their dhanda with their family. And those were the people who were different from the rest of us who were looking towards doing their MBA or their CA or something like that and get into a job. Now, over a period of time, what I've realized is, the joys of both. How to be in a family business and how to be an employee at work. Now, this is interesting, but the topic of today is not this kind of family business. The family business that I'm talking about is a little different. I believe that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, every business has become a family business. And I have to thank Dr. Rajneesh Krishna for it. I was part of a webinar which involved him and a panel of other lecturers at MICA, and he said something that really struck me. He said, every business has become a family-oriented business. Earlier, you had boundaries. You used to work, you used to come home and meet your family. It's quite possible that both the husband and wife worked or the parents worked, but it was still a separate world, and then you came back to your home, which was a separate world. But now it's all different, isn't it? Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of us have been working at home, and what we've found out is that every decision that we take is more interlinked with the family that we're in. And that's the point that he was making, I suppose. When we realize that every business is a family business and every job is a family job, you realize that a huge amount has changed. You could call the fact that if your child comes in and tells you how to do your job better, you're going to get a little irritated, right? If your wife comes in and talks about, your job, and you go in and irritate your wife about how she can do her job better, mansplaining your way away, it's going to make life miserable, right? And we look at all of this as kind of interference. But there have been a lot of us who have also seen the positive effects of this family business that I'm talking about. So let's understand what's really changed. What's changed is people giving inputs towards your job and you giving inputs, or taking inputs from people about your job and taking breaks, which were quite different. Instead of your smoke break, you're having a cutting vegetables break. But the change in context does make a difference. Although I want to talk about the former a little more. I want to talk about what's changed in terms of family inputs. So here we go. I have 3 words for you. The first one is interference. The second one is intersection. And the third one is intervention. Now, a lot of times we tend to think that they're the same thing, but actually they're not. We might think that a family member is interfering with our work when they tell us how to do our job better. Or we might think that somebody's doing such a botched up job that, there's a sort of an intervention of sorts. But most of the time, what we have to look out for is intersections. And that's where there are learning moments, Each partner can look at the other one and actually learn from how she's handling her job or how he's handling the housework or how the kids are doing their thing. Okay. And these intersections cause a lot of new learning and a lot of new ways of doing the same old role and job that you're doing. So it's quite likely that humanity as such has benefited tremendously, and you as a family have benefited tremendously as this family-oriented intersections happen. Now, these intersections can happen only if the ego doesn't take it, to heart. Because if somebody tells you, you're wrong, you really get pissed off, right? I mean, let's assume that you're at office and some coworker tells you you're wrong, you will get all upset, angry if you're stereotypical, and I'm not talking from a pulpit here. What we'll do is we will create our own coterie and start rubbishing this person behind, and it'll all lead to office politics and office gossip, and a learning moment will go. But something, I think we are a little more open. Most families, I would say, not all families. There are some families wherein the father and son just don't talk to each other, and that's tough. Or the mother and daughter just can't see eye to eye, and that's tough too. But a lot of the families are normal enough to let their egos melt away, or actually accept a lot of feedback onto the way in which they're doing things from family members, and yet fences can be mended. Because the fact is that they're family. And I think that can lead to a lot of wonderful feedback that allows you to do your job better. Now, of course, we have to be very careful, because we have to understand that, navigating these boundaries is very tricky. You have to figure out what inputs to take, what inputs to give, how to deal with your partner as a partner, and how to deal with your partner as somebody who's giving inputs to your job situation, or how to take your child as a grown-up giving job-oriented, inputs to you. But trust me, if we do this, if we actually live through this reality, which we are seemingly forced to, we will not only have a better career, because we will be listening more open to feedback, get inputs from the entire family. It's as if the organization has hired 4 people for the price of 1, because you're getting so many different inputs. And also, we might end up having deeper relationships, which are more growth oriented. Because a lot of times, let's face it, if we don't really talk about what's really happening in our lives to our family members, we tend to get a little stagnant in the way in which we deal with each other, and we're just playing functional roles. But if we kind of see them involved and are involved in their lives, on how it's developing at the work front, and trust me, we at least work for 8 to 10 hours. So that is the most alive front for a lot of us. So if we are doing that, it will lead to deeper relationships. So that's why I think every business is a family business now. Every job is a family job now, at least for the foreseeable future. And every family job is going to, or rather inputs from the entire family for a particular job, is going to lead hopefully to deeper relationships and better career prospects for all of us, if only we navigate it well. Well, I hope you like this diary entry of mine. We've been having a lot of fun with these diary entries nowadays, and it's interesting to speak about this as I have been reunited with my family, my part of this family, rather, from the other side of the pond or the other side of the world wherein I'm situated, which is the UK. I hope you like this. Many more podcasts where this came from. ivmpodcast.com is the place to go, or just download the app. And you like me, go to Instagram, go to LinkedIn, or go to my YouTube channel, tell me about it. And I'm there as the Traveling Professor. See you soon.
I hope you enjoyed that show. So it's been a really fun week on the network. Please do definitely check out all the regular shows that you do. But in addition, let me give you a few recommendations. On Agla Station Adulthood, Ritasha and Ayushi talk siblings. Really fun episode. I think you'll enjoy that. Nishad Pai Vaidya is on Cyrus, and they discuss cricket and a lot of different things around cricket. I think you'll enjoy that as well. Old friend Parmesh Shahani, he was on Absolutely Right. Definitely do check that out. Tamal Mills was on Edges and Sledges, another episode which I've heard really good things about. I haven't heard it yet. I need to listen to that soon. And guys, Uncle Please Sit, definitely listen to that. They've been killing it. This week they have Abby Phillips, he's a doctor talking about medical misinformation. Last week, Paramita Vora was talking about sex education and who needs it. They've been really killing it. Definitely do check that out. And with that, hope to see you again next week.
Namaskar, dear Bandhu. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi. These are truly challenging times, and in these times, we need hope. Do take time to listen to my podcast, Begin the journey. Available on IVM Podcasts, website, app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, there is hope because there's one life and we are alive.